So, John and Matthew, we're here at Cornwall Show, first week of June. So maybe it's just an opportunity to maybe recap the last few months and how things went and where the demand is at the moment. Maybe Matthew.
Yeah, thanks, Bertie. It's been a busy couple of months. The spring stock, we've done several spring herd sales, sold very well. There still is demand for fresh calf cows. We're getting a good demand at the moment for July, August calving heifers and cows. There's also come recently, I found a good demand for herd sales, people expanding, changing systems. So they are looking for complete herds to buy, both spring calving and autumn calving. There is strong demand there. There is limited stock out there. We are keen for more stock to come.
Say the maiden heifer market, Matthew, what was that like, say in the early May? What was it like? Was there much demand or had you supply?
The maiden heifer market has been quiet until recently. There's a lot more interest of recent come to that. There's a few more groups come on. I think Jon will mention a few groups that we have got coming available. Heifers running with the bull. But yes, people have caught on that heifer numbers are short and that there is a demand for them.
Right. Okay. So Jon, how have you found things?
Yeah, very similar to Matthew really. Had a number of herd dispersals over the spring. Been quite a big demand now going forward for autumn calving stock, so cattle calving, as Matthew just said, sort of July, August, September. And then we've also got a few decent groups towards the end of what would be an autumn block, so going into the winter. So there's quite a few of those now coming to the market. But yeah, quite a few new entrants come in this year, and there's a few down the line for the next couple of years. So a few people after young stock in particular, bulling heifers. Maybe missed the market for the spring ones, but they're still there, still in demand. All stock's in demand. So yeah, that's me.
So Jon, we're well south down here in the country in Cornwall. So how would you describe the dairy industry down here? Or you're from Somerset yourself, or based in Somerset?
Yeah, it seems pretty positive. I think the milk buyers that are down here are settled. I mean, Arla would be the main one, Sabuto, and then there's Trewithen down here in Cornwall, and there's a few others. But yeah, no, the market seems strong. It doesn't look like the milk price is going to dip much. The weather's now behaving. Everyone seems to have had a bit of rain down here. It's looking nice and green, and yeah, people seem positive. So yeah.
Matthew, how have you found sentiment? I know you've been in Scotland there last week.
Yeah, sentiment is very positive. As Jon said, milk price is stable. But a lot of people have had the rain now. The grass growth is there. Feed prices are still fairly relatively low compared to the milk price. People are driving on yield, pushing the cows on a little bit more, and planning for the future to push on cow numbers as well.
You were saying as well, I suppose there this morning to me, you have, where a farmer may be selling a herd of cows, what you're finding is there's maybe different types of cows within the one herd, so you have availability of, maybe regardless of the system, you have different cows to suit different systems.
Yes, that's right, Bertie. When we have a herd sale, there is, a lot of the herd sales we are doing, especially the ones up north in Scotland, they're all year round calving herds, and there is a mix of cows within those herds, both more the grazing type cow and the more intensive type cow. So they are available. So we are splitting herds down into smaller groups. With cow prices being quite strong, we're seeing more demand for smaller group size of 15, 20 cows as opposed to the normal size of 40 to 50 cows. But we can cope with that. We can split herds up and break down to those sizes.
And I suppose, Jon, maybe for people considering selling, maybe the advantages of the service you're offering as opposed to going maybe the traditional route into a market, what would you say they are?
Well, obviously we've got potential buyers on our books that are always looking and always in contact with us, so we can screen them and put the required stock to the required people. Very efficient, quick process, or it can be if we've got all the information. Yeah, obviously.
I suppose it's a stress-free process for the seller.
Stress-free process, and it can be done under the radar. It doesn't have to be advertised publicly. We do have a big database of people that are always looking, so yeah, it can be done very quickly and very simply and privately if that needs to be. So yeah.
So look, that's a good update, I suppose, from a sunny Cornwall. So thanks for everyone's attention there. Okay, thanks guys.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Bye.